Okay, so today we are here with Roxie for day 2 for day school. So next week we'll be thinking about upgrading to a prong, but for right now stay consistent with your slip leash, or your slip lead and your leash. And today we're going to be working a little bit more on her heel and a sit stay. Heel, come on! Yes, it's a good girl, Roxie. You want a treat? Nope, come here. You want a treat? No, come on, Roxie. Good heel. Good girl, good heel. So right now she's not taking treats, but she's working really well for praise and pets. So we're gonna continue to do that while she's in my space. While she's in my space, it's the best thing ever. Good girl, Roxie, good heel. Come on, come on. Yes, good girl. Good girl, Roxie. So while Roxie is in my space, I'm giving her lots of praise and pets. So that way she knows that out there isn't as great as in here with me, in my space. Good heel. Good girl, good heel. I'm gonna start adding in a sit. Come on, good girl. Good heel, Roxie. So when we start introducing a sit, we use leash pressure, sit, and I push down on her bottom when I use a little leash pressure. You want a treat? Good girl. Good girl. I use leash pressure. I pulled up on the leash. That way she understands that leash pressure means she sits. And I push down on her bottom. And then we're going to add in a little stay. So I'm going to say sit. You want that? Sit. And I'm going to just take a little step back and come back in. Good girl. Good sit. Good sit. So we start off slow with a little step back with our distance. We work on distance for right now. So I'll take 2 steps back now. Good girl, good sit. And we just slowly build up our distance that way. Free. Good girl. We say free. Free is the universal word for she can get up. She can break that sit stay. She can break her heel. Whatever we're working on, free means she can get up from that. Heel. Yes. Good girl. Good heel. Sit. Yes. Good girl, Roxie. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Sit. So whenever I tell her to sit, I walk or I face her and take a little step back. Good girl. Good sit. So that time I took a little bit farther steps back, and I stayed away for just a little bit longer. And that's where our duration comes in, how long we stay away from Roxie. Good girl. Sit. We always remind her sit. We never say stay. Stay is always implied with whatever we're teaching, whether that be a down or a sit. Good sit. Good girl. We always come back to Roxie and reward. Good sit. Good girl. Good girl. Heel. Yep. How about free? Free, come on, Roxie. Free, come on. So if Roxie doesn't want to break her sit stay at home whenever you say free, just keep coming back to her. Get really animated with her. We always want to come back to Roxie whenever we tell her free. Free, come on. Free.
She's like, I'm a statue.
She just is still. That's okay. That's a good problem to have. Free. Come on. No. Free. Free. Come on. Yes. Good. Oh, come on.
Here we go.
Were you getting seat? Heel. Nope. Good heel, Roxie. Sit. Yes, good girl. Good sit. Good sit. Good sit. So that's your homework for the week? Whenever you're working on your sit stay, I'll add in a distraction. So those are the 3Ds, distance, duration, and distraction. Sit. So I walked away from her. I told Roxie sit. I'm gonna be a little bit farther away now. and then I'm gonna clap. We just start with little distractions, or you can move around, clap, do a little distraction walking around, come back into Roxie, reward, good, sit, good girl, good girl. So those are your, that's your homework for the week, just to practice your heel and your sit stay with Rocky with your 3Ds, your distance, duration, distraction, how far you are away from her, how long you are away from her in the sit stay, and just adding in small distractions, clapping or squatting, something like that, and have fun.